Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. I'm on for Thrifty Thursday, which is hosted by Sheree at Turquoise Dreaming. So if you'd like to join in yourself, just upload your Thrifty Thursday video. Make sure you add the hashtag. Do link Sheree's channel and do let Sheree know that you're participating, and that way she can link your channel beneath her in her description box of her Thrifty Thursday videos. That way we can all find each other's videos if we want to check them out. So I have quite a big one. I went out trying to find a book on chickens. Very specific, a book on chickens. Do you think I can find a book on chickens? In all the books I have, I did have one here, which is very vintage, which I can use, but the journal I'm doing is not really that vintage, so I don't want to use a lot of it in there. So I just wanted to find one or two other books to go with. So that's what I was hunting for. So I thought I'd pop out to some secondhand shops and have a look. So I think I broke my record and I went to 6 secondhand shops yesterday, and by the time I'd finished I had a very sore back and very sore feet. So yes, and I couldn't believe I was out for 4.5 hours or 5.5 hours, but I did do some other shopping as well. But yeah, it took forever. So I've got quite a big one, so make sure you pause the video here, grab yourself a cuppa, and I will get into it. And I hope you're all doing well. Okay, so I grabbed some storage. It's another one of these boxes. I find these boxes so handy, and you can fit so much different type of thing in there. So tags and paper stuff, as well as your materials and scraps and stuff. So if I find them, I always grab them. I just find them so handy. So I've got a few now that I keep grabbing at secondhand shops. So this is a brown one. The rest I've got a white, but I don't care. So grab that. I think they'd be quite expensive new, those. A couple of patterns. Can't help but grab the cute ones. So there's some age spots on this one, but I don't mind. Beautiful, beautiful pictures. Babies. It's pretty sad that we grabbed these, isn't it? And pay the money just for the beautiful picture on the outside. Of course, I'll use the sewing pattern on the inside and that as well. But yeah, I just love these old pictures. Got another one which I think's even older. This one cost a fair bit, actually. I wasn't very happy with the price, but I just had to get it. It's out of a home journal, I think, because it's got home journal pattern on it, but just gorgeous, and it is so fragile. But yeah, really, really loved just the cover. So I'll have to slip that into a bag, which I think I'm going to do right now before it gets any more ruined than it already is. So yes, the things that I've got from all the 6 shops I've sort of just put all together at the moment, and I thought I will do what I've been doing lately and just go through it bit by bit with you guys and put it away as I'm going, so I don't create too much mess for myself. So that is just gorgeous. There was this Victorian style gift bag, beautiful size for sticking into a journal. You could make a little mini journal with it, but I'd probably cut this handle piece off and stick that into the back or front of a journal. Maybe that way and use that as a pocket. Not sure, but yeah, I really like the style of that. And there was this bag of Scrabble bits and pieces. Ridiculous, I tell you. I had a vintage Scrabble set here, which was the one that we grew up playing with, and it was old, so I got rid of it. You know, and bought a new one to play with my kids and that. Yeah, now I'm out there having to buy another set. But I was really good. I'm thinking, oh, I don't want all of this and that. And then I thought, no, I do, because I've seen people, and I've been wanting to do it for ages, use these and use the tiles to make a name that you can put on your desk. So I'm going to do that, I think. It's got a little egg timer in it, which I'll probably get rid of somewhere. But yeah, it's good to collect the tiles for journals. So I thought that will come in handy. And then I got about 3 of these baskets. They were a bit expensive too, but I think they're going to be worth it. Just need to clean them out because they're a bit dirty. But they're a beautiful size, and I have a cupboard in here which I have all this random stuff in, and it does need organising, so I think I'll put stuff in here and put these back in the cupboard, and it's a lot easier to pull these out when I'm looking for things in there, especially in the lower shelves. I'm getting old and decrepit, so it's a lot easier to pull tubs out to look at stuff rather than lean down. So I'll just put these in there again and get the next tub of stuff. Now, I know that everyone says these don't work. That's why I haven't got one till now, but they had a handheld sewing machine. It was only $5, and I know that they're rubbish. You can even tell just looking at the picture of the stitches that they're rubbish, but I thought I might try it while I'm sitting out at the TV, just for fabric flips and that, and just see how it goes, just for tacking some bits together. If I can do little things like that out by the TV, then it might be worth it. I thought I would try it out and see. Oh, I've got a few of these, but I bought another one. It doesn't have the index cards, but it does have the dividers, and these are really cool card ones. Craft ones, craft coloured ones is what I meant to say. Been a long day again today. I've been out raiding the bins at the bookshop and the shelves, and then books come in while I was there, so I sneak out and have a look at them even though I don't work there anymore, which is naughty of me. And then must have been an antique photo album come in, which was all broken and that, but it was beautiful. There were a couple of photos in there. It's like, ooh, and I have no idea what they wouldn't be able to resell or anything, so put it in the boss's office with a note that if he's not going to do anything with it, let me know how much he wants. So fingers crossed. But yeah, anyway, these I was going to get rid of the ones I've got, but they are handy for storing things in. And then I found this one. I thought, yeah, I think I will use them for storing stuff in. And I'll use the cards in there as well. So this is funny. I bought glitter. I thought, why are you buying glitter? I hate this stuff. But it's quite coarse glitter. So there's blue, silver and gold. There is a project that I need to do over the weekend, which I might use a bit of silver glitter for. And I'm sure I have silver glitter. I don't think I have this coarse stuff though. Might try and embrace glitter. Yeah. Now this is a bag. It was $4, but I know these things can get so expensive. I must have every different type of this sort of stuff you can get by now. Apparently they're Marie's watercolour tubes. I do have numerous different watercolours, so as I said, I don't know why, but yeah, I can't help myself. I suppose it just allows me to have a play and mess around and do a lot with them without really worrying about wasting them, because I get them secondhand, messy bits and pieces. And same with this stuff, which is ridiculous because I've got a massive tub of this sort of stuff. I haven't even touched it yet, but I do want to sometime. These are all fabric paints, different sorts. There's puffy paints and let's break into it. I just can't help myself. I just think of how much it would cost to get these things individually, and I wouldn't go and buy them individually to use because, not unless I was really interested and it was my main craft, you know, would I put that sort of money into it. But when you can buy them in bulk used like this and they're really cheap, then why not have a bit of fun and just see what they're like. Pastel dye sticks for fabric. 7 colours. So they look interesting. Permanent fabric marker. I'll have to be careful with that one. 3D puffy paint. Yeah, so they're mainly puffy paints by the looks. Shiny dimensional fabric and craft paint. But how much fun could you have with this sort of thing? And there's another one. Oh, yeah, it's got my watercolours in there. Another one of my baskets that I got. They're all pastel coloured baskets. So I will go and grab the next lot of stuff. There was this game. It's the Rainbow Fish memory game. I absolutely loved this. It was all taped together, so I couldn't actually see what was in there, but just looking at the pictures here, I thought, yes, I think I really like this. It says there's 3 pieces missing, so it was for free, although I did see the cashier typing things into the register, so I don't know if he charged me or not, but the prices at that shop are so cheap anyway that I wasn't going to say anything. And look, I wouldn't have mind paying for this. Pictures are adorable. And the cards, what a good size. Nice and sturdy. I wouldn't alter these. I could add a tab or an eyelet or something, but otherwise, just look at them. Are they not beautiful? So one of them's even got a bit of bling or glitter on it, I think. Yeah, that one. Isn't it pretty? So I was really happy with that. I think they're gorgeous. So stick them in a bag sometime. And yeah, then I'll be able to recycle the box. What else did I get? Another little game here. This is Rhyming Snap. I thought it looked a bit vintage, so thought I would grab it. It was $23.05 new. So I don't mind the little box it's in either. Now they are laminated, so they're not too glossy though. But I do like these, just how they are too. Great for the little golden books, just to add something in little pockets and that. Just word and picture cards. Fair few of them, and then I can reuse this for some storage. Put that back in there. I did go a bit silly at the shops. I haven't been out to the shops like that for a fair while now, and yeah, it's coming up to silly season. Well, it is silly season, isn't it, really? And I thought this is like Christmas for myself, really. So I start spoiling myself just to get through the season. So yeah, that's my excuse this time. I got these 2 folders. I have so many of these display folders. It's silly, but I liked these because usually the display folders are your sort of narrow ones, and these have a lot of room to expand. And I do like using them when I'm doing projects for my digital pages and book pages and all of that sort of thing. There's heaps of pages in them. They're not the cleanest, but they're all right. They're doable. So I thought I'd grab them. I think they're only $1 each, so well worth the money. They'll be good for organisation. There was a Semco stencil, leaf stencil. Well, it's called leaves, but they're weird looking leaves. I thought it was quite a nice stencil. Good for the gel plate and that sort of thing. Some designer paper. It's that printer paper. I'm sure we all find this stuff in the secondhand stores. Usually you get all the kiddie ones. Got a few of them here, but this one was quite nice with the roses. I like using it just to fold it and put it in as pages. Now some transparency film. I'm so happy with the stuff that the lovely Beck gave me. From Beccarelli's books. She sent me some transparency film, a whole pile of it, not long ago, and I used that in my slides for my cinch journals. And yeah, really loved using that because I usually use acetate, which I find so thick, and the only acetate I could find around here was in a roll, so it was all curled up and I had to keep flattening it out. It says black on clear. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I grabbed it anyway. They had a few packs of the transparency film there, so they usually do. This was at the Salvage and Save, so I can always go back and get more if I want in the future. I almost got more, and then I thought, no, between the stuff that Beck gave me and what I've got here, I think I'll be all right for a while. Yeah, it just looks, yeah, it's just clear. I'd better check. There was this little book thing. It was only 50 cents, I think, so I grabbed it, something to play around with. And it's just got stickers. But I thought if you're doing your own little personal journaling and that, they're a bit of fun just to grab out of and whack in. I have a drawer behind me here with planner stuff and stuff for personal journaling, which I never do and never use, but I might one day, and I'd like to when I've got the time to sort of do that sort of thing. So I'll probably put this in there, and it's just something I can pull from when I want to do that sort of thing. Some more storage. There were some A5 folders. Well, that's a bit bigger than A5, but it will do. There's one here that has the it's brand new. It has the clear pages in it as well. I just think they're a good size. And recently I did get a whole lot of these A5 slips as well, so I'll be able to put them in here probably. Use it for some storage. It'd be good for big die cuts and cutouts, fussy cuts and that sort of thing. Some books, because I can't help myself. Little golden books, of course. The Story of Jesus. I thought this was a really sweet book in pretty good condition. It's 2002 one, this one. Beautiful pictures. Pokey Little Puppy's First Christmas. I'm sure I've got a pile of these, but it is a first edition, so I grabbed it because of that. Well, I mean, it says first edition 2002. It might not be because it's got a 10 there, so I might be wrong there. Yeah, interesting. I'll look into that. But anyway, the more the merrier. If I've got 10 of them, I might be able to use one. The Very Best Home for me. I grabbed this because I think it's adorable. And I also think that I don't have it in my collection. And it's in pretty good condition. Copyright 1953. This is not 1953 though. It's very, very cute though. Just do a quick check. I can't see a letter in there. Kitty's New Doll. Another one that I don't think I have. 1984. Ruled carbon book. I got so many of this sort of thing. I don't get them unless they're sort of really different, and I like this one because the lines and the writing are in green, and I really like that. Don't ask me why, I just do. I thought it was a bit unusual. Got a book on Guide to Stamp Collecting. Now, I got this for my personal library. Just out of interest, I will look at it. Maybe. 1989, so it's quite old, but I might have a quick read of this because it doesn't have many pictures or anything. It might give me some ideas of what to look for before I go using stamps. The ones that I should hang on to. And, like I said, I went out looking for books on chickens. I went to 6 op shops, could not find a book on chickens until the last aisle of the books in the last op shop that I went to, and I found this one, The Contented Chook, practical tips and inspirational ideas for keeping your hens happy. Now, as I said, I have a real vintage one, and this one's quite a new glossy one. I was sort of hoping I could get one with like illustrations in it, but that wasn't to be, and that's all right. I probably do have some. I have some kids' book illustrations and that here, and I still haven't looked at all the books that I've got here, so we will see. But I'm sure I can find a whole lot in here that I can use as well. So. $2012, but there are some beautiful pictures and they're not all too big. I thought they might all be quite big. I love these ones, so I might be able to utilize those. So that was good. At least I did find one in the end. Oh, this is great too. I'm really happy with this one. Tie-dyed paper. This is going to be a fun one to play around with. 1975. So it is, as it says, it's got all these crafts to do with your tie-dyed paper, but it is how you go about tie-dyeing paper. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to have myself some fun doing some of that. So, and that's like the 70s, so of course, it's like boho stuff, isn't it? Hippie tie-dye stuff. World Guide to Mammals. Over 425 illustrations and maps in colour. Just want to see the cover. It's plain. Look at them. 1976. Great size. The Tale of the Flopsy Bunnies. It's a bit damaged there. Beautiful little pictures. Birthday book. There were two of these there. Now, I've got this one because it's got these little illustrations of fairies, which I thought were quite neat. And whimsical. Birds of southeastern Australia, urban areas. This is a set that you get that has, I don't know, 6 or something books in it. I did find another one. I did this on Thursday. I got all of these. Today I'm filming this on Friday, and I've just got back from the bookstore, and I found another one in the set at the bookstore, which you'll see in a future video as well. But they're gorgeous little books, these. But I'll probably put these in my I'll probably collect them and try and get the set. This is a 1991, but they have lovely little illustrations in them. one's in really good nick, quite new. This is the Flower Lovers Club. It's a colouring book, but they're like postcards. They are sort of like postcards. So you can colour them in and craft with them or whatever. There's a whole lot of little flowers there. You can draw a flower for the flower pot. I thought it might be a bit of fun. I can either colour them in, do some doodling and that, or I can just add them to journal pockets for the recipient to play around with if I want. Here's another one of the baskets that I got. This is full of blue tassels, little mini tassels. I've bought bags of little mini tassels from this place before, and I thought I'd grab some more. So much easier than making them myself. This is funny. It was 20 cents. I looked at it. It was stuck, so I couldn't look inside. And I thought, what is in there? What are they? I could not tell, you know. So I bought this just so I could open it up at home and see what it was. So I was pretty sure it was something I could use, or else I'd know what it was. So my son opened it last night, and it is like staples for a staple gun, which I don't have. But yeah, at least now I know what they are. So I might rust them or something. Yeah, do something with them anyway. But at least now I know what they are. This is it's like Hessian or jute cord that's been sort of plaited. There's a bag of different stuff. It's like crochet thread. Thought I'd get it because it has blues, and I don't have many blues, and I do like this sort of thing for binding. Most of the time it's really tough, which that one is, which is perfect for binding. Sometimes I have got one lot once that I did bind a book with and then realised afterwards it was really easy to break. This one's good though too. So I've got some blue now, and it has some wool. And this is pretty. That's very pretty. So I'll use that for tag toppers, both of them. There were these ropes. I really liked that sort of green one. It's got green and yellow. I thought they could be good for journal ties. There's some of this baker's twine, Christmas style. Christmas twine. I have some that is on tags that I got once, and I really like it, and I love tea dyeing it. But I hoard that a bit because I don't have much of it. So when I saw this in the secondhand store for $1, I thought, grab it. I had 2 rolls. I nearly grabbed both of them, but I thought, no, there's piles on there. So get one of those. Got some of this, what did I call it last time? I think I called it fishtail, but I think it's fish. Is it fish bone or fishtail? I think it's fish bone stuff or whatever. Nice as tag toppers or page edges or ruffles or all sorts of stuff. Been grabbing heaps of that sort of thing. Look good tea dyed in that as well, or stamped. This is a bag of stuff that I shouldn't have got. Ribbons. And I think there's bias binding in there too, but I liked the colour of one of the bias bindings particularly. It come from the shop that just is quite rubbishy, but it's also very, very cheap. Yeah, this one, I really like that. Beautiful colour. It had this nice ribbon in it. That's some more bias binding. Just some different silk ribbons. Get in there. Another bit and piece bag. It says fabric flowers, I think, on the outside of it. So again, it was really cheap. Craft flowers. They're very pretty colour, aren't they? Pinky, peachy. Beautiful on a cover. Ribbon. It's beautiful sort of silk ribbon. That'll make a beautiful journal tie. It's been hemmed and everything, so. And leaf. I love these bags of random flowers. And there's some sequin bling stuff, trim. Green rose. Some random bits. To pull that all apart and store it with the rest of my fabric flowers. I'll have to do a canvas sometime and use up some of those flowers. That'll be pretty. There's this bag. I think I just saw purple and green and went, yeah, I have to have that. Sort of some fringy thing that I probably wouldn't use, but it was green and purple. I do like this sort of thing though. That is lovely. It feels great too. I thought they were like flowers, but it's more like a ruffle fringe. Interesting. Looks like it should be alive. And this. Typically I'd say, oh no, I won't use that because it's so big and that, but being green, I probably would use that. That's pretty cool. So you're quite happy with that. There's some of this cord, very pretty. Some of this cord, so we've got gold and your sort of cream in there. I won't bother taking it out. Just take out the ones that we can't really see what they are. This is a beaded piece. So much hard work goes into this beading, so I wasn't going to leave this behind. I have no idea what it is though. That landscape? I have no idea what that is. Hang on, almost looks like a person there. Still have no idea what it is. Almost looks like some Aztec thing. Anyway, we can do something with that. Weird. Might not have been finished because you can still see so many lines around it. Interesting. There's this mixed bag of something or other. I did get another one, but the lady at the counter wouldn't give it to me because it didn't have a price on it, even though it was basically the same size and the same stuff. Not my fault, but they had all the price tags dangling off of them and threw them in a basket all together where they were all getting tangled up together, and people would have picked them up and they would have just pulled off or whatever. I think usually they'd give it to me and like price it the same as one of the other ones, but I think because she was training someone up, she thought she better be proper. Oh, this has a lot of stuff in it. Didn't look like it had that much stuff in it. Oh, it's hooked on that. It's been stapled. Oh, I love little pieces because I don't feel bad cutting into them. That is lovely. Also love them because you know that they've been recycled off of clothing and that. Another nice piece. That's quite long off of a skirt, one would think. Quite old. Another piece with some ribbon in it as well. It's another long bit. It's got 15 cents stapled onto it there. Just take that off. This all looks quite vintage. It's got 10 cents stapled onto it. Well, get that one off another time. Quite fragile, that one. Yeah, it is quite vintage lace, this bag. There's quite a lot of that one. Must do some tea and coffee dyeing of my white laces. I've got a stack of them. Find it hard to like bulk dye a lot of stuff like that though, because I never know really what colour I'm going to be working with and how much to do. I sort of just do things as I need them. It's all the same. Love the colour of that. $0.30. This is very pretty. Oh, stupid staples. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I'll make some beautiful pockets, won't it? And then this, which is a gorgeous colour again. And the last lace bag. It's a bit of a bit and piece bag, this one. It's lovely edging. Oh, this is very pretty too. A few pieces of that. That's similar, it's just cut differently. And there are these embroidery threads. This is interesting. Silko embroidery. And this is crochet yarn. I get more excited about the advertising than the actual product these days. Tapestry crewel wool. Pool skein. Nice colours. More buttons. These ones, they had a few different jars of different colour combinations, but I liked this one, the pink and the green. I think it's sort of like Christmassy, but I look at that and think little golden book. So we will see. I might just leave them in this jar just like that. Like this, love it. And they're suspenders, roll-on suspenders from Maya for 33 cents. Might even just leave them in the packaging. I just think that makes such a beautiful addition to a journal. Very vintage. Buckles. Got a thing for buckles lately. I'll have to start using them on my journals for closures. Got some of these curtain rings and some of these rings. Keep them and use them for something though. Little plastic buckles. Is that a flick up one? Yeah. Just all sorts of different interesting bits and pieces. Like a belt strap. Oh, there's a little charm. I think it's the letter G there. Bit of, I was going to say rock, but it's not. I have no idea. It's gone in the rubbish anyway. bits off of a shirt or something. Oh, that's a nice big one. Plastic ones. I'm getting heaps of buckles now, so I sort them into like metal and plastic pile on that. It's a twist button thingy. All sorts of weird bits and pieces in that lot. Also, good to keep some random bits that you're not going to use. If I'm not going to use the buckles on covers, then I can keep some little metal bits for if I ever want to try some mixed media pieces with them. I did get a bag of these the other day, but they're more little corks. Oh, I loved these. They're little Santa Claus earrings. Yeah. I'm usually such a Grinch. Not really a Christmas spirit kind of person, but I tell you, making a Christmas journal that I'm making and sort of getting me into that. I just have fun doing it, and then I start wanting to buy Christmas stuff. I also got this, a Christmas brooch. Just thought these would be so cool on covers and that, and for dangles. So I'm going to keep them out to see if they'll go in my project. A couple of stamps here. They're alphas, I'm pretty sure. Not many of them. I've got a set of alphas like this, but I don't think they're exactly the same. These were really cheap, so they're illuminated letter ones, which I thought was pretty cool. So I've got A, C, N, I, and L by the looks. Another K is a cutter, it's a wave one. I think I already have one of these, but I figured they probably do get blunt, so I'll grab that one. There was eyelets and eyelet setter, and I think these are just die cuts from paper that you can put under the eyelets, some shapes. So just got them. A bit of fun. If you find eyelets cheap, I grab them from the secondhand shop. But it also came with this Cherish Charm sentiment pack. It's a little sort of boho style pad. Love getting these little pads to slip in little pockets. And then you can reuse the cover. Some edition flashcards. They're new. Box doesn't look new, that's for sure. Monopoly stuff. Very old, but it's got a bit of money, not all the money, that's for sure. It's got some of the houses or roads and some of the opportunity cards and chance cards. And it's got your motels and stuff. There were 3 punches. Let us see if they work. This is a little castle. Isn't that cool? Oh, it's got the little thing in there, so it is in there, but it works. That's the main thing. This is a sailboat. That works. Oh, surprise. People have been trying that one out. And this is a little cherub, which I thought was cute. These I thought might be fun to play with. I don't know if they're hair clips with your little button pieces on that you can decorate. Oh yeah, so you can use them as like clips or brooches. So I'll have to see how easy it is to remove those pieces. Or one or the other. I'm thinking I could decorate that put a picture on and some, I don't know, people use that glossy accents. I've got that dimensional magic stuff or whatever. Yeah, make a little picture thing and then put it on a cover or something. So I could play around with those. These are some charms. I think this was 50 cents too. You just don't get charms that cheap these days. There's a beautiful cherub. Not sure what that is. It's a bit like a bead, that one. Same with that one. Maybe that's a mirror or something. A love heart. So it must have come off of a necklace maybe. Little envelope. More love hearts. They're quite heavy too. And a star. I thought they were really cool. I grabbed a bracelet. The main reason I grabbed this was I love the anchor. It's really lightweight, but yeah, I really love that anchor. It's got a heart. I think it's got another heart there. And it's got that one. And then the beads. But yeah, really, really like the size of the anchor there. There's this bag of buttons. And the metal buttons, they're really pretty. And one of these pushy things, don't ask me why that was in there. Some shops are so random. I love the random ones though. Some of these, are they bead caps? I think these are a bit different from the ones I already have. They're pretty cool looking. I know that people use this sort of thing when they're making doll's house furniture and bits as well. So I might see if my daughter wants some for that sort of thing. And then I did get a bag of keys. The Salvage and Save is selling bags of keys. They're not the oldest keys. They've got some of the older, nicer ones, but they're like they sell them per key for a couple of dollars or whatever. So I'd have to have a specific project in mind for them. But I thought these, some of them are already rusty, but I could rust them up and use them to make patterns and that. Or I could embellish the keys as they are. Do what I like with those. So I just grabbed one pack of those and another storage basket. So I'll put these all back, and then I think I've got one more bag of things to show you. Okay, so I grabbed this long stitch, which is funny because I think I've had one or two here for a few years, and I ended up giving them back to secondhand stores or my daughter or something, because I thought I'm never going to do it because I like doing my journals too much. But I really like the look of this one and the colours in it. And it was cheap. It was only $1 or $2. And I thought, you know, maybe one day I will get around to that. I think the long stitch is going to be quicker than my cross stitches to do. So I hope. Although it's got all your little, what do you call them, flowers, French knots, which I've never been good at. I've tried once or twice and failed miserably, but I will do it this time. So yeah, so cheap and that, so I'll give that a go, and I think that'll look nice hanging up in this house somewhere. There was this beautiful cross stitch which someone had made just to hang on the wall, but I think it would be really cute on the front of a, maybe a, I don't know, I was going to say a French themed journal or something because of the colours, but it looks like a horse and cart with geese following along going to some barn or something. But yeah, it's sort of aged in that too. You can tell it's been used and out and gotten dusty and that. So I think that'd be cool on some vintage style journal. There was this material. It already looks like it's been tea dyed. It hasn't, but it's just a lovely colour. So really like that. Couple of doilies. This one with a ship. And this oriental themed one. Nice pink fabric. I don't know what it's folded like in a triangle, but fold it back that way. Is this upholstery fabric, which I like. It's got some fruit on it. And then this one. This is like velour, but it's beautiful, shabby sort of pink colour, so that will make some nice covers. Feels beautiful too. This, which is, it looks like some sort of vinyl runner or something. Don't know what you're meant to use it for, but there's like a roll of it. It's bright, isn't it? It's very weird too. Almost looks like it's 2 layers, but it's not. But there is like an underlayer. Weird. So I just thought this would be pretty cool, cut up and used as a backing for embellishments. Stacks of it. And I might try doing some tea-dyed papers with it and just seeing what sort of pattern it creates, if any. Oh, it's very weird. And then there was this, and I was surprised to find this because I thought that Velita from Velita's Creative Designs would have found all of this in Australia by now. It's like your plastic tablecloth. So Velita seems to find stacks of this stuff at the secondhand stores, and I never find any of it. So I finally found some. It's not much different from one of the ones I've got from Spotlight, but it is a little different, so we'll give that a go with the paper dyeing and see how it comes out. If it ever stops raining here. Got this gorgeous, must be vintage. Oh, break the rubber band, don't know where the rest of that went. Floral material. Someone's hacked up, but that's all right. We can use that. Looks like a couple of triangles and a bit of a piece there. That's very sweet. Some more shabby pinkish material. This rose material, just bits and pieces. There's this black checkered material. This one, which I like the pattern and colour of. In. It's weird way of folding stuff. Almost like that side better. Try not to break the rubber band this time. There's a whole stack of this, but it looks like it's pieces as well, but that's all right. It's beautiful, isn't it? Floral material. And this table runner, I think. Oh, there's a couple in there. So this one, which is very like crisp. And same with this one. Could almost use this for tea dyeing, actually. It's not plastic, but it's very stiff. And then the last one says square 70 by 70 centimetres. And I got these, all of these, because they were at the shop that was really cheap for this sort of thing. Otherwise, I don't really get them because they're usually too expensive, and I have heaps of them here. But if they are cheap, I grab them because I know how expensive they get elsewhere. So that's a pretty one. I think that's it. So yeah, that was a bit of a big splurge, that was. That's what happens when you go looking for something in particular and you can't find it. You have to keep looking through all the shops. You come home with all this stuff you didn't need. But that was fun. As I said, it's sort of like a bit of a Christmas treat to myself to get myself through the silly season. So yeah, a bit of fun. So now I've got to go and put all of that away and get on with some journal making. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend coming up, and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.